In the simplest sense, we're kind of cheating gravity. I think forever people have looked at birds and wondered how it would be to fly, and with paragliding it seems really quite simple as compared to airplanes and things like that take so many mechanical advantages.
It's not a mainstream sport in this country yet, so there's a lot of mystery around it, so people assume when you just tell them right off the bat, like, yeah, I went paragliding today. They think, one, you're crazy, they think you're jumping off of mountains, and immediately goes to this, like, you're an adrenaline junkie, thrill-seeking kind of crazy guy. It actually can be just a very peaceful, relatively low adrenaline sport if you choose to make it.
Paragliding is just so simple. We can fit all of our gear into a little backpack. It's really easy to just bring my wing and throw it in the truck, and even if I have to work or do something that day, I can just pick it up and it's all ready to go in a little backpack.
Yeah, it's not easy to hike up the hill with the bags on your back,
yeah.
But it is so motivating that you don't care. You're going to get to the top and you're going to launch.
No matter what, no matter how many times you've done it, you're still getting excited. I think that's 100% accurate. It's a feeling of running down a mountain and all of a sudden your feet are just off the ground.
I can't ever remember having conscious thoughts in those moments.
It's a pretty magical feeling.
You just get a sense of infinite freedom when you're up there soaring around.
Maybe you catch your first thermal and you're like, oh, it's on.
Thermal! And for us, thermals mean we can go up in them, we can circle in them like birds.
It's kind of the opposite of falling. If you were falling, you get that feeling drop in your stomach, and sometimes you catch such a strong lift that you catch the opposite feeling, if that makes sense.
If you can keep catching those thermals, you're gonna go where the wind takes you. I love going cross country.
Yeah.
I love that. It's a different ball game.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
Maybe you're heading up a river canyon, or you're heading deeper into the mountains or something like that, and you're like, well, I'm gonna fly as long as I can, and when I land, I'm gonna have to figure out, hitchhiking home, or am I getting picked up? Am I gonna land out in the middle of the forest? That's a huge part of the adventure.
Huge adventure, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that if I had to classify myself as a thrill seeker, like, yeah, the thrill is a part of it for sure, but sometimes it makes those tranquil flights just that much more enjoyable.
That quiet soaring time.
We'll go do a nice evening flight where the wind is just buttery smooth and
hands off brakes.
Yeah, you just
get your
sitting
camera
up there in a lounge chair in the sky. I mean, you can have it any way you want it.
Put some music on.
Just hanging out, flying around, hanging out, flying around.
That's my buddy Casey singing in the radio. This is incredible. Me personally, I guess I get lost in that. You can look around at the horizon and the mountains, and by just sitting there in your harness, you're flying. Yeah, it's almost giving me goosebumps thinking about it. I'm not thinking about the day-to-day to-do list things, and it's generally very clearing for me, and I can hike up with a lot of problems and fly and be rid of them all.
I mean, yeah, you have little mental discoveries every day, and I think that can be kind of a part of it. You're just pushing what you think your brain is capable of handling and what you're capable of doing. And the days that you push that progression of what you're capable of is a powerful day.
I want to get better, and I want to go bigger, and I want to go farther and stay in the air longer. And I also want to live forever and fly forever too. So it's like just that kind of the fear of my own self, wanting to push the limit as I would with biking or skiing. It's like, oh, go faster, go farther.
The rescue, if something happens, that gets in your head. It's like I was flying over the river, and like, what if I fell in the river right now? It's just these stupid little thoughts that come into your head that can mess with you, that you have to push past, I think.
Paragliding definitely is no joke, and I think to be safe and have fun, you have to fly within those safe conditions.
The paraglider is actually a relatively easy thing to land
Yeah, boy.
compared to hang gliders or airplanes or gliders or whatever. You know, that's if you're doing it right. But if you're coming in downwind, you could definitely pile in.
3 days ago now, I was coming in and I was coming into this baseball field and it was just like, all right, no problem. And I had to make it over the fence, and all of a sudden I just started going straight down. A big wind came up off the fence or off the dugout or something, and I wasn't gonna make the fence anymore. So I turned right and I slammed into the ground. I didn't land on my feet, I landed mostly on my tailbone, and the wing fell over. Everything was okay, but that was one of the easiest landings I've ever had.
I'm good.
Landing a paraglider, most of the time, is usually soft and easy.
Winner!
So we've kind of instigated a culture of landing with high fives and lots of whooping and hollering.
Yeah!
You kind of plop down on the ground. You're like, oh my gosh, that was amazing, and I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it's the best way to spend an afternoon for sure.